Hi guys, welcome to the video. We did certainly know it's going to be 50 bps, so in a range of 75 bps points, and the Fed has certainly chosen 50 bps points. Now, what is interesting right now is on our higher low, higher high price structure chart on Bitcoin, things are looking very good. The breakout we were expecting, we wanted that in the markets has certainly come. Like I always say, that before the news actually comes out, people, especially bigger investors, certainly do have connections to know that the market is going to be having something like this from the institutions, and that's what happened. They knew what's going to be happening. As soon as the numbers start coming out, the market started having a blast off. Now we're going to be having a good relax for the next 45 days, because I'm sure now the Fed is going to be away from the markets, which is something we would ideally want to have less funds in the market. Overall, if we look right now, looks amazing. We've had that good upside that we wanted, came in very quickly, definitely liquidated a lot of bears, especially in short positions. So hopefully market is going to be having some kind of a good options expiry in the next 24 hours, which is going to be Friday. Let's look forward to that as well. If we get into bubbles for today, bubbles are certainly looking very good, especially in the 1 day time frames. Things are exactly how we would ideally want to have them, and things are looking very good in a lot of coins. We can also get into a day time frame from an hourly time frames. We have Zill is about 27% up right now. Lux is about 10% up. Waves is up about 15%. AX has had a very good performance. It's up about 12% right now. Overall, Gala is up over 9.7%. A lot of coins have actually had a very good bounce. Phantom is up about 8.6%, while CRV, the token on Phantom blockchain, had been performing for the last week or so, which has been performing really well as well. CRV is still up about 6.6%, looking very good overall in the markets. We get into our index and see what is happening on with our big data. So yesterday we were at extreme fear of 21. Today we're in fear levels of 27. We've been in this range before as well. That's where we down back into 27. So ideally we want to see market getting into 40,000 and closing this weekend obviously above the 40,000 into 40, probably 41,500, somewhere in that range would be very good. If we look into our big data, long and short positions, global data, 52.94% people are in long positions in 24 hours. In 1 hour, we have about 55.24% in long positions and 44.76% in short positions. If we get into long and short ratio, block trades, 52.17% are in short positions in 24 hours. While in 1 hour, we have about 47.11% in long positions and 52.09% in short positions. Looks quite even Stevens for now. 1 hour certainly does have some kind of action going on, long versus shorts. Hopefully we're going to be seeing some kind of upside or downside movement coming very soon, considering this data. If we look into popular coin right now, we can see that Bitcoin is pretty neutral on sentiments, Ethereum is neutral on sentiments, and the funding rate is at ideal places, especially for Bitcoin, which is 0.0100%. That's what I certainly like to see in the markets. Overall, it's just slightly higher on Ethereum, but obviously as time progresses, things are gonna get better for us in that phase as well. Now we get into my favorite part, which is Gate.io startup blockchain projects discount only for the VIP members on Gate.io. Next up, we're going to be having a coin, which is Stream Coin. It is going to be something very important. So let's look at its utility. We can do Stream Coin is a governance token created on Binance Smart Chain based on BEP20 standard. Streamcoin aims to enable live streaming platforms to integrate its blockchain technology and features. The first live streaming platform to utilize Streamcoin Eco is Me Talks, a global live streaming platform with multi-streaming capabilities. And following that, we have Wonderman Nation, which is gonna be a game. Certainly looks like one. Final Fantasy game mechanics meets AXE Infinity ecosystem meet CryptoKitties breeding. This is a play-to-earn game, metaverse adventure like you. We've never seen before. Players can battle PvP, compete in tournaments, breed new creatures, discover NFTs during play, and blast off into the metaverse with cross-play gaming to discover new creatures on other planets. We bring them back to breed new creatures with new abilities while making their stake with ongoing earnings through genomic breeding royalties. So another play to earn game, another utility streaming. It's going to be starting very soon. For now in progress, we already have the stream coin. Should definitely get into it. It's about 13 hours to go. You can place an order minimum of 20 USDT. And if you want to check them out in our newly listed as well. So if we get into newly listed, we had a massive upside on Undead went almost about 1000%, just trading above 600%, yet went all the way to 2.22 cents, which was an amazing upside because it went from 20 cents to $2.23. Beautiful upside there as well. Right now just consolidating in the middle phases of the chart. Now we're going to be having Project Galaxy starting around 15 minutes. Streamcoin is going to be starting in 16 hours. Then we have Dragon SB, which is going to be starting in 1 day, 21 hours and 20 minutes. So if you all want to get into these projects, all you have to do is click in the link given in the description below. Join Gate.io with my referral code. If you want to be a VIP member, become a VIP member and join startups. If you aren't a VIP member, wait for these coins to be launching in newly listed and then you can ape into these projects. And I hope you're going to enjoy that. Let's get into our news. There's a lot of news right now in the markets. We do know the Fed have spoken. So we get into the news. Federal Reserve hikes interest rate by 50 BPS, largest increase since May 2000. Damn, I was 7 years old back then. Now we look into the other things they have discussed. Federal Reserve raises Fed funds rate by 50 BPS to 1%, highest since March 2020. We were actually expecting somewhere around 1%. Forecast is also 1%. Previously was 0.50. So things are looking pretty inflationary right now in the markets. Following that, Bank of England raises key rate by 25 BPS to 1%, estimated 1%. Quite similar statistics, just a 0.25 basis point difference right there. Now we get into the Rational Roots tweet, who is one of the biggest on-chain data analysts. This week's are perhaps the best moment to DCA into Bitcoin. Many indicators signaling we either had the low or are very close to it. So if we look into different indicators right now, we can certainly see that the RSI is in good place, Mayer multiply is very good, short-term cost basis Z square is very good, and our hodl is also very good. Things are looking actually that we have built some kind of bottom. That's the reason the price structure chart is also looking very good, but always we have to be open-minded. Anything is always possible in markets. Now we get into Watcher Group. First big news, we thought that Elon Musk is going to acquire Twitter himself, but that's not true. Binance will invest 500 million together with Elon Musk. Massive news right there as well. IMF says that the adoption of Bitcoin in the Central African Republic raises major legal transparency and economic policy challenges. Okay, obviously, IMF would always want to be part of countries which are third world, keep giving them loans. They don't want them to progress on their own. Such statements are pretty obvious. Next up, we have something from Pakistan. Pakistan has constituted 3 committees to vote on legalizing or banning Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Interesting. Let's see what this is going to result in very soon. Next up, we have Cardano news. Retail interest in Cardano is rapidly increasing according to data from analytic firms into the block. That's the reason Cardano is also having an upside, and we did certainly discuss that Cardano can have a massive upside coming very soon. Crypto prices 1 year ago today look absolutely amazing. Just look at Solana at $43, AXS at $8, AVAX at $35, Luna at $16. And if you aped into all these projects back in those days, I'm sure you've made some serious money. I certainly did. So that's the reason looking at this makes me really happy. Someone transferred massive amount in Bitcoin and paid a fees of 0.89 cents. That's it. Yeah, that's a transaction fee. Literally in 00 points. No government, banks or third party had to verify the transaction, nor could they have stopped it if they wanted to. That's the reason we believe in freedom and we believe in cryptocurrencies. That's the reason they are so important right now in the world, because with this technology is the only way world can move forward and everybody can create some kind of wealth, which in the banking system is certainly very impossible. With the interest rates, with the economic situation around the world, things are looking pretty tough out there. Now let's get back into a chart, see what we can expect in the next 24 hours. Option expiry is just there in our site, so anything is possible right now. For now, we've had a breakout. Right now we are having some kind of support from that falling channels line, which we have broken yesterday. We need to have some big kind of upside. Even if you want to zoom out a bit, we do see some kind of peanut flag, bull flag forming right now on this chart. So if we do have some kind of breakout from this position, certainly we can get into the regions of 42,000. Having said that, we also have some kind of massive bearish divergence right now in the market. If you want to see and compare it here, things are pretty high right now on RSI. So probably we're having that phase where we are coming down to the levels where we should have been, because we are quite in similar range right now to this range, and now we are bringing the RSI into the similar ranges as well. So ideally we want to have that correction, that pullback, before having any kind of further upside. Market cipher looks very good. Our MACD looks very good. Volume is certainly there right now, but we would ideally want to have bigger volume right now. Then we want to look into DXY. DXY did have some kind of dump and correction when the Fed's announcement came. It went back to 102 levels. Right now it's back into 103 levels, looking okay, because inflation is going to be increasing. Like the Fed said, inflation is very high right now in the markets. USDT's dominance is just been range bound, just been trading in that range that we have seen for the past several days. it is having some kind of consolidation phase in that range. Either we're going to be expecting some massive upside coming that will result in the markets going down, or we're going to be seeing some kind of dump coming that's going to take Bitcoin to higher levels. Now we get into ETH. We can see that ETH has also broken above. ETH looks a lot better right now compared to BTC in its falling channel. It is trading right above there. Even the flag looks very, very good. If this flag does break it, like similar to BTC's, we're going to get into ranges of about $3,100 to $3,200, which we've ideally spoken would be the best place for ETH to go back to, because it will be a very strong comfort zone for us. Now we get into ADA. ADA has certainly been forming a very good upside, did have a very clear breakout from its falling channel, had been dumping for several times, but like we saw in the news that Cardano retail is certainly increasing. We are following that pattern right now, so you can always click in the link given in the description below and follow my charts. They're always available for everybody. You can just look into it and see what is going on. It's also going to help you. If we look into AR coming back into these 5 levels, we even look into Solana is now coming back into 92 levels. It went all the way to mid 80s. Now it's back into that good range. We would ideally want it to come back. AVAX is trading right now at $65. We would ideally want AVAX to come back into $75, $78. So it is back in the weekly uptrend line, still very, very far away. So still a lot to catch up in that terms. We look into Luna. Luna is also back into that range of $85. Ideally, we would want it to come back into $90. But obviously, for all that to happen, BTC has to come back into 40,000, especially $41,500. That is a very, very important place for us that we would ideally want to break above to become extremely bullish in a market like this. Now, we did discuss Rune yesterday. Rune has reached its target, and after reaching its target is having some kind of correction and building back into support on our levels of 7.211 line. On this line, we would really want to have this coming back into our range. Has successfully come back into the range, was followed by some very, very good volume, so that is looking good. It's also having some kind of bearish divergence. Most coins right now in the market are forming bearish divergence, so we have to be very, very cautious about that, be very, very protective about that, because anything is possible when the bearish divergence is there. We would really want to have a clear breakout. So once we do that, things are gonna look very, very good. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be back in here again tomorrow. See you guys.